How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG. It had quite the pullback inside of the market. It's done a reversal. We're seeing the selling pressure. So I'm going to update you guys in this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder, you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in a bearish case scenario and as well as in a bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $2.40, being down 9.77%. On the low, it tested $2.39, and then on the high, testing $2.64. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 14.372 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 16.009 million shares. So we did have a below average volume on the day, and we've seen a slight pullback in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it's at 40.55. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 200-day, the 100-day, the 50-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So we are trading below all of our major moving averages, which clearly shows us that BBIG is in a bear market. So right away, when we take a look at the chart, it's this big sell candle right here. So going into tomorrow, where I want to see BBIG holding up support, if it decides to pull back even more, will be right here around $2.21. If this level does not hold, then of course, then we want to see if BBIG can hold up 210, and then of course the last area of support being here at $2. And breaking through $2, BBIG will probably go down to around 186. But I'd expect some more demand and more people wanting to buy in if it did get to those particular levels. But of course, you'd want to see $2 hold up. But from what it's looking like, easily could get down to, like I said, 221. If it decides to have a reversal and show some strength, then we need to get it back above the 21-day EMA, which is at $2.73. And if we have buyers stepping in, then we can come back above the 100-day, have those moving averages crossing over, and then seeing BBIG getting comfortable and look for a push to around $3.23 before we start seeing some resistance. Again, this is the bullish case scenario. If there's weakness inside of these markets, I see BBIG pulling back further, so I want to make sure that I'm being very clear about that. But let's see what it does going into tomorrow. Best case scenario, it consolidates here, it's trying to stay above 240, and see if it does another move up to get past resistance that it had on the day at 264. Let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for BBIG. Scrolling down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at the recent filings, we have Belvedere Trading LLC that had a put position that they fully closed, and as well as for IMC Chicago and for Spire Wealth Management. And the last time we've seen some new positions coming in, we have iShares Edge that purchased 113,510 shares, which is from March the 29th. And then we also see Morningstar that purchased 6,439 shares, and as well as ISCG that purchased 24,542 shares. So now when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 42.72%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 4.42 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 0, updated 20 minutes ago. And then for the short borrow fee rate, as far as for the latest, it was at 35.16%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 18th, it was at 45.51. And then for the close of the 19th being at 42.72. So we can see there's a lot of interest on the short side, and it also does have short squeeze potential with the short interest percentage of the float being at 16.19%. But in order for this stock to start making a pop, we need to have some more buying pressure and some more demand inside of the market. Now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So on the inflows at 6.48 million, and then on the outflow it's at 7.33 million. So we had an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large it was 0, on the medium it was 4.50 million, and then on the small it was 1.98 million. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large it was 0.65 million, on the medium it was 4.78 million, and then on the small it was 1.90 million. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, April the 20th, we had an outflow of just over 651,000. And analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more buying than we had selling. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 7.69%. So you know what? This is not too bad for a volatile stock like BBIG. And one thing that is clear, there has been some interest on the retail side. So many buying up some shares. And if you are a long-term investor, this is definitely an area that you want to keep an eye on if you want to be inside of this play. So let's get into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, when it comes to the price action, if you're looking for a move to the upside, you want to see it get above $2.72. We want to see some strength above the 21-day EMA. If it's able to hold support at this level, that's where we could see a possible test going to $3. If it decides to consolidate, then you want to see it hold support at least at $2.40. And if it breaks down, the next level you want to see hold up is at $2.21. And if $2.21 breaks, then you can see BBIG testing $2. And if $2 break, then you want to see if support could hold up at 186. Again, these particular levels, I'm actually expecting bulls to want to step in. I'm not saying that BBIG is going to be trading under $2 this week. I want to make sure I'm being clear about that. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does have short squeeze potential, and it's part of the reasons why you want to keep a very close eye on this play. And we did see some interest from institutions, but not a lot, but that's to be expected. It is a penny stock that comes with a lot of volatility, and there's a lot of retail interest as well. So that's why for BBIG, we need to have that buying volume. We need to see some more demand inside of the market. We know it's one of those plays when that volume comes in, we could see a strong spike. But so far right now, a lot of traders are going into other plays, pushing up the price there and looking for plays with short squeeze potential so they can maximize those profits. So as far as BBIG is concerned, if you're interested in getting into this play and looking forward to a run up, have a strategy. Have your right risk management if you're going to be swinging this. And if you are a long-term investor, keep a very close eye. If BBIG gets down to $2 and there's still no interest and it's trading around 186, I feel that would be a very attractive level. But of course, this is not financial advice, so let's see how the stock performs going into tomorrow, and I will continue to keep you guys updated and inside of the loop. We'll talk soon.